I'm just going to do a video on comfort zone and the reason it's good to take yourself out of your comfort zone. Uh, there's certain times where I'm doing videos or I'm in work or I'm doing something that's completely out of my comfort zone, but the reason I carry on doing them is because number one, I've got God behind me, and number two, if I don't, then I'm never gonna develop. Uh, so there's certain times I'm doing videos and the content I'm looking at, I'm just like, oh, I can't believe that I'm gonna actually put it on YouTube, sort of thing. But then I think, well, I'm not actually saying anything that is not making sense or completely insane. So number one, they're not going to be able to like section me or whatever. And if people do take the piss, then that's their problem because karma will get them back. But as well, there's got to be that element of no fear. I don't fear anything but God. So I'm thinking in the back of my head, wow, that's a bit weird. They might section me for that. Or, they're definitely going to take the piss out of me for what I said then. But then I always revert back, yeah, but I'm not scared of anything but God. And that's what, once you step into that, sort of space, then you literally just become fearless. Like you become like a lion, everything, even if it's big or even if it's stronger, you will say, that elephant, I am going to take it down. So yeah, take yourself out of your comfort zone because it might seem like hell at the time, but you just have to, don't put too much pressure on yourself, but always apply a bit of pressure, because then you're being productive, then you're developing. Whereas if you don't apply any pressure, and the pressure starts being, instead of you moving up against the pressure, and the pressure starts pressing you down, and you come into a downward spiral instead of an upward spiral. So, comfort zone. I took myself out of it way too much, but that's why I have a lot of things that I never forget, and I'll always be able to revert back to them times. But this is just like a message to the youth. If you want to try and put, pressure on yourself even more, I advise you not to, but it's your choice. And if you come out the other side of it, God will love you, and God will benefit you more. So the more pressure you put on yourself, the more you work for humanity, the more you're going to be rewarded. But my advice is, don't put too much pressure on yourself, because it can sort of act in a opposite way. But sometimes, you know, like me, when I was putting too much pressure on myself, it was my passion, so it didn't matter. So if you've got a passion, then you can, you know, I suppose you can put pressure on yourself. It's like Bob Marley making music. He wouldn't have seen it as pressure. Like, I didn't see it as pressure, but when I look back now, it was. That's why you get all these great artists. They don't even realise that they're putting themselves under pressure, and they end up dying at early ages and, you know, committing suicide and stuff like that, because they have like breakdowns, nervous breakdowns and stuff. So you need your rest. You need your nutrition. See, that's why I was always okay, because the pressure that I was putting on myself was in fitness. So it was like, even though I was putting pressure on myself, my body was still getting the nutrients that it needed, so it never ended up breaking down. So you need your rest. When you're doing the stuff, if you're going to put pressure on yourself, make sure get plenty of rest, get plenty of sleep, and you get always take your make sure you get your proteins, vitamins, make sure you drink plenty of milk, drink plenty of carbs. You need 8 hours sleep a day, plenty of fluids, and you know, make sure you make time to like see friends and socialize, and don't cut anything off. You need to always be connected to reality, sort of thing, because you can easily get that obsessed with what you're doing. You start to lose touch with, you know, everything else, and just be obsessed with what you're doing. So that's just a quick video for